The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is TVWAN News. I'm Jasmine Irujak. The people of Bunabun celebrate a new look health center and a new double classroom and teachers' houses for the junior high school. Bunabun in Sumcar district of Medang province is a central region for locals in the far and wide communities of Sumcar come to access health and education services.
On Friday, the people of Bunabun witnessed the commission of two vital facilities for communities to access. In light of implementing the government's 1:6:6 education policy, Bunabun Junior High School built a double classroom for its first grade 9 intake in 2025 and 3 new teachers' houses. Local MP Alex Suguman urged the community of Bunabun and staff and students to embrace these resources and ensure they produce a highly skilled and educated human resource sector.
Come up leader tomorrow. Come up businessmen and women. Come up human resource workforce for this country, this province. As a government, we must now start investing in education. How are we expecting by come up nothing? That's not how it works. People, government must play a part. You Mama Papa community, you must play a part, please though. Together we all hands. We work hard and we transform and support our education sector. Now we must care of him.
The education infrastructure project was achieved through partnerships between Sumcar DDA, Wood Bank Pacific Limited and landowner company Papier Holdings Limited. The Bunabun community equally participated in completing the project. The Bunabun Health Center received an upgrade in the outpatient and examination rooms, nurse's office, medical storeroom, operating room, ablution, wards, patient beds, and the solar power system, all done at a cost of 130,000 kina. Director Public Health for Medang, Dr. Martin Diamond, indicated the support of the Medang Provincial Health Authority, while Sumcar District Health Program Manager Daniel Oari urged every community that benefits to take ownership of the facilities.
Me am masosem dislari WM and stop close to him take him. You like him one me got this like you moving more. Puti mali na you like him sign work like a man. Senis work like a man. Please want him development come up. Please take responsible no employ you. Take ownership. Na you can bagarabim.
Before cutting the ribbon to the facilities, MP Suguman encouraged the community to look after the medical staff, health center administration, and the facilities.
You have the right to access government service. We cannot deny you that right. For the first time, we are putting Sumcar back on track. All the sectors of government now walk along, look him, lick, support from government. DDA you go inside. You know, no God. Sumgil Baya, you kiss him, stop. For the first time, Kargar people make him fair. You know that Kargar Tasul must kiss him. Sumgil Batu, you must kiss him.
Kalkiru Jr., TV1 News.
The dead body of a senior officer in the Usino Bundi District Administration has been in a funeral home in Leimorbe Province for more than 8 months due to the District Development Authority with no funding to repatriate late public servant Matthias Columbus home to be buried. Governor from Medang Ramsey Pariwa in a recent media conference expressed disappointment that funding has not been made available to the DDA to carry this out. The body of the late District Agriculture and Livestock Manager was put in the funeral in February this year.
The governor for Medang is upset that the body of late Matthias Columbus is still in a funeral home in Ley Morobe province since February this year because of a lack of funding to the Usino Bundi District Development Authority to carry out repatriation work. Governor Ramsey Pariwa has demanded that the Minister for Finance and his secretary look into this so that the late District Agriculture and Livestock Manager could be sent home to Usino Bundi to be buried. Pariwa further said that Usino Bundi still has an outstanding of 7 million kina of DSIP funds yet to be released. He has written to the Finance Secretary to address these matters.
National government, the thing about people blooming Usino Bundi. Please, and last time it's out now. Yaran Kalo Peninsula, it's November. Now I'm doing justice for people of Usino Bundi, Gama district. They're releasing this balance for 7 million dollar. DSIP. Want them district support grants so that all can make him work, functioning, completing incomplete projects, one more commitments, staff minister make him longan, former member make him longan before they die.
3 weeks ago, the governor learned from District Administrator Joachim Luma that District Improvement Program funds of 7 million kina did not reach them yet. Mr. Luma stated that the administration has gone through protocol to have an acting chairman in place, a position left vacant for some time after the death of MP Jimmy Uguro. He said since Uguro's death, funding to the DDA stopped coming in.
Prime Minister and the Minister, Finance Minister and the Secretary only have to give some money to the plenty of project staff. Incomplete project no side infrastructure, roads, water supply projects, police barracks, police houses, including all housing, schools. Late Minister been launching plenty on primary school coming to junior high school. How about people achieving this latter? No money. Work is not bad. People had to work.
District administration sector heads told the governor that this affected their development plans and programs. For example, Usino Bundi District Education Advisor Jeffrey Lemek explained that the late MP, who was also Education Minister when he passed, had set up the plan to trial the flexible open distance learning concept in Usino Bundi. This plan has not yet eventuated because funding is delayed, and this is frustrating the process of setting up forward learning. Salome Vincent, TVWAN News.
European Union Ambassador to Papua New Guinea, His Excellency Jacques Fradin, this week visited European Union-funded projects in Ley Morobe province. The visit provides an opportunity for Ambassador Fradin to witness firsthand the impact of these initiatives on local communities, while providing support to beneficiaries in areas such as financial capacity and project management.
European Union Ambassador to Papua New Guinea, His Excellency Jacques Fradin, this week visited 2 locations in Morobe Province, Huon Gulf and Makam, out of the 6 locations of the European Union-funded Flower Power project. This initiative, implemented by World Vision Development Group, empowers marginalized women and youth by equipping them with sustainable skills and knowledge. The Flower Power project underscores EU's commitment to fostering gender equality and economic opportunities through partnerships like the one with World Vision, which has successfully delivered numerous European Union-supported projects across the country. While in Ley, the EU ambassador also visited the International Food Corporation, one of the leading fish processing companies in Papua New Guinea. This visit highlights the EU's strong trade interest in the country, particularly in the tuna industry. The EU is the main destination of processed fish exports from Papua New Guinea. Under the Interim Economic Partnership Agreement, PNG and other Pacific Island countries that are members of the IEPA enjoy duty-free and quota-free market access, which leads to enhanced export opportunities, capacity building and technical support, and a more diversified and sustainable economy. Ambassador Fradin's visit to Morobe Province concluded today. Perisila Keleton, TVWAN News.
An MOU has been signed to carry out pre-feasibility study for the Busu hydropower project. The signing between the Morobe Provincial Government, Morobe Resources Holdings Limited and PNG Power Limited took place Monday the 25th of November in Port Moresby. The pre-feasibility study is the first phase of the project. Following low power consumption in Lae Morobe Province, the Morobe Provincial Government, Morobe Resources Holdings Limited and PNG Power Limited signed a Memorandum of Understanding to implement the Busu hydropower project. The signing included a 1 million kina funding for pre-feasibility study. The MOU was signed by Morobe Governor Luther Wenge and the PPL Acting CEO Ivan Pekaya. Mr. Pekaya said PPL welcomes the partnership of the Morobe Provincial Government and the Morobe Resource Holdings Limited to develop this project. He said the Busu hydropower project will enable PNG Power to supply electricity to rural communities in Morobe and the Ramu grid. It is in line with the government's policy to connect 70% of households by 2030 and 100% by 2050.
Thank the national government first for providing the initial funding of 1 million to conduct the pre-feasibility study for Busu hydro project. PPL is excited about the Busu hydropower project and the partnership we are putting together with the Morobe Provincial Government and the Morobe Resource Holdings Limited.
The PPL boss said Busu is the fastest flowing river in Papua New Guinea and the 6th fastest flowing river in the world, posing a QMX of 50 to 100 square meters and a potential of 75 to 100 megawatts. Busu provides immense potential for hydropower development, being close to Lae and Tarka substations, making it more ideal. He said once the project is developed, it will address power generation and reliability issues in Lae and Ramu grid.
It's a flow rate of about 50 to 100 cubic meters per second and a potential of about 75 to 100 megawatt capacity. Busu is enveloped in the Sarawagi range, provides immense potential for hydropower, and being close to PPL's Milford and Taraka substation makes it even more ideal.
Governor Wenge said lack of power is an ongoing issue in Lae. It has had immense impact on businesses and community overall.
Without any reservation, we're in full support of our partnership. PNG Power with the Morobe Provincial Government and the Business Arms Partnership to embark on the study first on the potential of Busu to produce hydropower. We're in full support.
The National Strategy to Prevent and Respond to Gender-Based Violence was launched in 2016 under the leadership of former Prime Minister Peter O'Neill. It has provided the roadmap as an inclusive whole-of-government response on gender-based violence by undertaking policy, legislative reforms and programs. Today, under the leadership of the government under James Marape, the review of this strategy has been launched.
Today, the review of the National Strategy to Prevent and Respond to Gender-Based Violence 2016 to 2025 was launched. The review will commence in the first quarter of next year. The review team is made up of Oruve Sepoe, Dalciana Samara Brash, Jeanette Frank, Vinzela Nen, and team leader Vilupti Collis.
And as a young woman, I'm very honored to be here, not just as a young woman, but also as someone who's been subject to violence as well. I'm very honored to be here, and I'm very grateful to be part of the solution. It is work like this that allows victims like us, some of us who come out and we portray a strong front, you know. It's this platform, it's these opportunities that give us that space to know what we're going through.
Development partners of the new strategy review from the Embassy of the Republic of Korea and UNFPA were also present at the event, emphasizing the importance of collaboration and the support they provide.
The review launch is very timely and I think you will have a very good fruit in the future. So for that, Korea also contributed a little.
Express UNP's deep gratitude to the Korea International Cooperation Agency, KOICA, as well as the people and government of the Republic of Korea for their generous $5 million commitment to addressing GBV and SARS in Papua New Guinea. This significant investment reflects KOICA's unwavering dedication to protecting the dignity and rights of women and girls and young people across the world, and as a direct support to the efforts of the people and government of Papua New Guinea.
Secretary for Department of Community Development and Religion, in his closing remarks, stressed the need for coordinated effort between the department and its development partners.
There's only one agency that is playing a major role in the strategy, and our department and I felt that there has to be a more coordinated approach. So every agency that in the country that cuts our costs must play a prominent role in the strategy.
Meantime, Minister for Department of Community Development and Religion says work is underway to strengthen referral pathways and case management services across the country. Whilst Safe House mapping commenced this year, a report of which will be finalized and presented early next year. Furthermore, a team has been engaged to develop national standards for safe houses and the referral pathway to ensure that there are clear definitions and standards. All of this come under the national GBV strategy that will be reviewed. Maricela Kelleton, TV1 News.
This is TV1 News. We'll have the day's other stories when we come back. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Laga, Bungimyumi.
All right, man. Show me some good slippers around here.
Boss man.
Good, you want. Strong like you, smart like me.
Yeah, I hope they don't break.
Now surely look his son. This is Relaxo. Strong plus thread. Should I try them on you?
No, please. I'll take them.
Relaxo. Very strong, lasts long.
Open nets.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Fine PNG made.
Thanks for staying with us. The Teaching Service Commission officially opened a week-long consultation meeting in Goroka, Eastern Highlands Province this week, starting on the 25th of November to the 29th. TSC provincial advisors and professional assistants from the Highlands and Mumase regions are meeting at this time to express their views on relating to the three core functions of Teachers Service Commission.
A week-long consultation meeting organized by the Teachers Services Commission is underway in Goroka, Eastern Highlands Province. Chairman Samson Wangihome said the rationale for the workshop is to get views of the provincial TSC officers on matters to do with its three core functions: appointment, industrial, and legal discipline. Appointment is a core function of TSC that deals with appointment of all the teachers by confirming teachers, auditing and managing teacher positions for all sectors: elementary, primary, secondary, national schools of excellence, FOD, VAT, and inclusive educational institutions. The second function, which is industrial relations, is about all matters relating to teachers' welfare conditions, salaries, allowances, leave fares, entitlements, and others. Legal function relates to internal and external matters, including teacher discipline and related appeals. This section investigates and responds to complaints of members coming through law firms, the Ombudsman Commission, and other agencies. Wangihome said TSA officers will discuss and list all the different functions according to the TSA Act and what are the most important requirements when dealing with teachers' queries. He said they will look at how they can deal with disciplinary matters in the provinces. The first consultation meeting was held in Port Moresby for the Southern and NGI regional TSC officers in July this year. Frida Kana, TV1 News.
The Minister for Information and Communication Technology has confirmed that the ICT department is looking at releasing an AI adoption policy framework. He stated this at the 2024 World Internet Conference at Wuhan Summit in Wuhan, China. Over 130 countries participated in the 2024 World Internet Conference, Wuhan Summit in Wuhan, Zhejiang Province, China. The theme of the summit was embracing a people-centered and AI for good digital future, building a community with a shared future in cyberspace. Papua New Guinea Minister for Information and Communication Technology, Timothy Masiu, attended the conference. In his remarks, he confirmed that the Department of Information and Communication Technology is looking at releasing an AI adoption policy framework. Digital transformation and artificial intelligence, when guided by principles of inclusivity and fairness, can be a powerful equalizer. We are now looking at releasing our AI adoption policy framework to further bolster our digital transformation agenda. He emphasized Papua New Guinea's unique barriers in connectivity, access, and digital literacy, however sees potential of digital transformation and artificial intelligence as a tool to empower the people, connect communities, and unlock the country's economic potential. Masiu made a call to the Pacific Island countries to cooperate and support the Lagatoi Declaration, which calls for a united voice in the Pacific region and endorses for united efforts to address regional challenges in digital connectivity, cybersecurity, and innovation. The National Airports Corporation has announced the reintroduction of paid parking at the Port Moresby International Airport, set to commence in January 2025. The initiative will cover parking areas at both domestic and international terminals.
The National Airports Corporation has announced the reintroduction of paid parking at the Port Moresby International Airport, set to begin in January 2025, affecting both domestic and international terminal parking areas. This move is part of NAC's efforts to enhance the functionality and security of public car parks. The new system will utilize advanced license plate recognition technology, offering a seamless automated solution for managing parking. This user-friendly upgrade is expected to simplify parking processes, improve accessibility, and provide a safer and more secure environment for all airport users. NAC has emphasized the convenience this system will bring, enabling travelers and visitors to enjoy a smoother experience while accessing the terminals. The corporation is encouraging all airport users to anticipate the transition and adapt to the improved system. Comprehensive details about parking rates, paying options, and terms of use will be made available on NAC's website, social media platforms, and at the terminals themselves. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
New Ireland girl Aroma Washington was both scared and excited as she embarked on her new adventure in Wewak, East Sepik Province. With mixed emotions, she entered the Divine Word University's St. Benedict's campus in Wewak in 2022 to take up diploma in general nursing under the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences. 2 years later, she has found her niche, has grown into a confident young woman, and is looking forward to her commissioning on Wednesday, November the 27th, and graduation on Thursday, November the 25th.
Aroma Washington from New Ireland and East New Britain has never been to the East Sepik province before. The Divine Word University's St. Benedict's campus was also not her tertiary institution of choice, as selection was done under the Department of Higher Education's National Online Application System. However, she was thankful for the opportunity to further her education after completing grade 12 from Leys Busu Secondary School in 2021. She shared that she was both excited and nervous at the prospect of leaving home for the first time.
When I first came into Sepik, which was in 2022, was a new place for me to come. So I came, and the first impression that made me feel like it's a home for me as well. It's Miluki goat, because back in Busu Secondary, we have animal, and we have different animals, goat, horse, we have fish pond, crocodile, all the animal stuff, because our principal, Mr. Noble, for Busu Secondary School, I'm like the animal. In secondary school, I'm putting those animals because we usually have this exhibition. Yeah, when I was in grade 9, we started having that.
The young nursing student, who is currently doing her third year, has nothing but praise for her secondary school principal and the teaching staff at Busu, who instilled in her life lessons and values that have proven to be invaluable. Washington will be closing this chapter of her life with both pride and sadness. While she is excited to graduate, she will be doing so without her parents, as they cannot afford to make the trip to Wewak. However, the confident young woman says she will take this as a challenge to persevere and be the best that she can be for her family and her former teachers and principal at Busu. Camila Guare, TV1 News, Wewak.
The Divine Word University's St. Benedict's campus in Wewak, East Sepik Province is a hive of activities as they prepare for tomorrow's commissioning and subsequent graduation on Thursday, November the 28th. Final touches are being made as the campus looks forward to welcoming parents, guardians, and invited guests to commissioning of over 180 graduates. After commissioning will be the opening of a 38-room dormitory for female students. This project stalled after initial construction had started in 2021, with Divine Word University's project officer Augustine Kabai describing it as a distressed project. Kabai arrived at the St. Benedict's campus in March this year to oversee the completion of the 470,000 kina dormitory, including its new ablution block. Meantime, 43 students will be graduating from the Bachelor of Education course. 100 will be graduating with diplomas for teaching, and 39 will be graduating with diplomas in general nursing. And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2519 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our Kina was buying $0.244 US dollars, 0.3732 Australian dollars, 0.2255 euro, and 37.38 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, coffee and copper closed higher, gold, cocoa, palm oil, and crude oil closed lower. Copper closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. You're watching TV1 News. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more stories on the home front.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Add your kakaro, get up and big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young plana lapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, PNG one time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Harem talk young or roller scale rice family meal with talk. Will bring out the smiles cause it's a favorite by miles. Senisi gola scale rice low scale price. Senisi gola scale rice low scale price.
But you like him?
Bro, it's awesome, man.
Pepsi promotion.
I'm so excited. Let's go, let's go.
Pepsi from Max.
Pepsi from Max.
And how do you win this? 2 plus Pepsi, that's all.
2 cans, bro. 2 plus, that's all.
You get yourself a chance to win
this box of Max.
It's crazy cool. My God. Pair of headphones. It's a towel.
How about that? Cooler box. Yeah!
Thanks for staying with us. In regional news, Australia and Pacific Island nations had hoped to leave this year's global climate talks in Azerbaijan, having won a bid to host the 2026 summit. Instead, that decision on who will host the 31st conference of the parties has been deferred until June next year. After Australia's next federal election, Turkey, the only other country in the running to host COP31, has resisted lobbying efforts to persuade them to drop out. Tens of thousands of participants could be expected for a fortnight of negotiations, with satellite events held across the nation and the Pacific. Commuters expect Sydney's light rail to get them to their destinations on time. But what about tracking their movements? Passengers on some trams are having their phones pinged and tracked by a private company. It's up to commuters to opt out, and not everyone's happy about it.
When a Sydney man hopped aboard the light rail early one morning, he noticed a sign on the inside of the door. Now he doesn't catch trams. Indra Arifin scanned the QR code on the poster and found out the light rail was collecting data from his phone on his morning commute.
It says that if you want to opt out, you go to this website, and that was, a little bit weird for me.
This webpage tells passengers Wi-Fi sensors on trams are gathering their MAC addresses, the 12-digit identifier assigned to devices like phones and tablets. They're collected by Flowly, a private company based in La Réunion, a French island in the Indian Ocean. The light rail's private operator Transdev says the MAC addresses are encrypted, with no way to link the address to a person. But a cybersecurity expert isn't convinced.
They've given what I think is an excessively strong assurance that everything will be okay, you can't be identified. The reality is that under certain circumstances you can be identified.
He says a MAC address alone can't identify people, but cross-referencing it with other data can. Transdev says the data will be stored in New South Wales and will help improve the service and reduce fare evasion.
If you were really trying to do that, I'm sure there are ways that you could get most of what you need in a lot less intrusive way.
Other forms of public transport in New South Wales, like trains and buses, aren't using Flowly to monitor passenger movements by pinging their phones. Instead, a Transport for New South Wales spokesperson told us they rely on smart ticketing systems and Opal cards to track travel patterns using tap-on, tap-off data. Passengers can opt out, but only within 3 hours via a form or by switching Wi-Fi off before they get on. Transdev said the trial was publicised on the Transport for New South Wales news pages, with posters on all 7 trams with active sensors.
I don't think that's enough. They should have put the signs on the light rail stops before people actually get on. I'm a little bit scared to use light rail nowadays.
For Indra, opting out of data collection means opting for the metro instead.
Back home, Parliament resumed today and opposition has confirmed it will submit a notice of vote of no confidence against Prime Minister James Marape in his session of Parliament. Deputy Opposition Leader James Nomane said the window period of the VONC is open till August 2026 and the opposition has all the right to submit one.
Opposition can at any time Parliament resumes from now until August 2026 move a vote of no confidence. So that is within our rights, and we reserve the right to move a vote of no confidence at any time Parliament resumes. It is the land of the unexpected, so we must be prepared to expect the unexpected.
Member for Warbeck Dr. Lino Tom has raised serious concerns on how police are dealing with law and order in the country. Dr. Lino said many perpetrators involved in serious crimes in Enga have not been arrested yet, indicating the police are not performing.
Parliament resumed today with the member for Warbeck, Dr. Lino Tom, demanding to know why police have not made any arrest in serious crimes committed in Enga province in recent past.
I want to ask the good police minister. I have raised this complaint personally, and it's 1 year after my complaints have been raised. There has been no attempt to actually arrest that culprit. My good police minister, I have also reached out to police from other provinces to come on board to arrest this person, because I was thinking that police within the province were sort of, aiding and abetting the convict. So what happens? After spending 3 weeks in the province, the police from outside cannot even arrest him, that culprit, and he lives in the center of Warbeck.
He said many complaints were raised, but no perpetrator has been arrested, especially heinous crimes committed in Enga province. Dr. Lino gave an example of a situation in Enga whereby a certain individual was sponsoring criminals to arrest women and children at a market in Warbeck town. He said this person is yet to be arrested. The Warbeck MP added that similar incidents happening across the country, but police failed to address it amicably. He put the Minister for Internal Security to task, saying the lack of arrest indicates that police are not performing effectively enough.
As part of this Marape government, we have made tremendous efforts in terms of our intelligence.
we have started strong collaboration with the United States to help us with strengthening our intelligence. And that's a step that we are taking forward now into the future for a better PNG come 2025, celebrating our independence 50th anniversary. So we're working closely with our intelligence from the United States, the country that you highlighted. They've got the ability and capability and understanding of the type of support they will provide to us to ensure that we have enough programs and skill set to be able to provide a sound advice for government.
Member for Sinasina Yongomul Karangakua raised a supplementary question asking for the clarification of a vetting committee set up at the police headquarters.
Where, in what law, there is provision for us to set up two separate investigating systems, one for the well-to-do, the leaders, the important people, and one for the ordinary people. Just show me the law.
There are many layers of challenges that any complaints may face at all levels. So this vetting process is just to ensure that there's no collaboration of any sort, on any sort, and that's across all leaders, not just what you implying.
Even you,
so you may all get that. Any stop law protecting you may all get that. So it's an administrative process taken up by police.
Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
NCD Governor Powes Pakop is keen to have the amended Vagrancy Act tabled in Parliament this week. Pakop said the amended act has shifted focus to including the working class as well.
Vagrancy Act is a complete change from the old act, which the old act in the 80s, now you go back, was focused on unemployed people or loiterers or those type of people that we deem that maybe they are troublemakers. But nowadays you can look in, even well-off people too, they're involved in criminal activities, violence and so on. Unemployed, you have no job, you are welcome to live in Port Moresby if you don't commit crime or involve in violence or kind passing on good. But if you get involved, whether you are unemployed or workman or serviceman or PhD or CEO or whatever, me plan to be you. You work in the second person. We will go to court and declare you a vagrant, and there will be a law to banish you from Port Moresby. You boy go stable place
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Lands and Physical Planning John Rosso has called for proper appointments to Provincial Lands and Physical Planning Board for Morobe. Rosso was responding to questions by the Provincial MP for Morobe Luther Wenge on the appointment of Provincial Land Board members. He said too much land and land titles are being squandered, that board appointments can be compromised.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Lands John Rosso says he will not entertain an appointment of a member of the Provincial Land and Physical Planning Board if proper appointment processes are not followed. He was responding to questions raised by the provincial member for Morobe Luther Wenge during Parliament today.
The Morobe Provincial Government, Provincial Executive Council has appointed the Provincial Land Board. Equally so, we have appointed Provincial Land Board. Fiscal planning, dealing also with the land. We appointed some 2.5 months ago. And those matters, decision of the Provincial Executive Council was delivered to your Honourable Minister's office. And to this date, no endorsement has come.
Minister Rosso stressed that the appointment of the Provincial Lands Board members cannot be compromised.
When the Lands Minister sees that the PC recommendations of the persons that are entrusted to very important boards like the Physical Planning Board and the Lands Board, I must make certain people of fit and proper persons are on those boards. Lo lei planting ground before lo time lo me. This la ground of man salim number na misuse him number under your watch, Mr. Governor.
He emphasized the point, saying a lot of land in Ley City is being squandered and titles issued to people without proper process.
My office will not be compromised. I respect you as my governor, but I will not compromise my integrity on assumptions until I see a good board and a physical planning board that sits before me for the good people of our children in Ley. Thank you.
Meantime, Parliament is adjourned to 10 a.m. Wednesday, 27th November. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
This is TVWAN News. Sports is next. Stay with us.
Rugby League is a powerful force that unites Papua New Guinea and develops our youth. Through partnerships with the PNG LNG Kumals, Grassroots Rugby League and Justin Olam, we aim to instill skills to last a lifetime.
I'm community blue. When it's you walk him, I'm come up community. You must all community.
When we invest in people, we invest in tomorrow's possibilities.
I just feel this heaviness in my chest.
To touch, it'll go. It's over.
Smash him in the tackle. Train hard, play hard.
24 teams, 7 cities around the world, and only one winner. Still or die.
Welcome back. Remote communities in Tufi Northern Province highlighted a true community spirit, embracing education and development through sports. The Papua New Guinea Olympic Committee recently brought the Oceania Sports Education Program to the Tufi local level government, marking the program's debut in the region. The initiative was conducted in Sinai village and drew 57 participants from nearby communities, highlighting the overwhelming interest and commitment to sports and education in rural areas. The workshop tackled critical issues, including cultural barriers that hinder equitable access to education, sports, and community activities. Discussions emphasized fostering respect for women, children, and persons with disabilities. The PNG Youth Games were officially opened yesterday at the National Sports Institute in Goroka, Eastern Highlands Province. Minister for Community Development, Youth and Religion, member for Huon Gulf, Jason Peter, presided over the event, emphasizing the theme putting young people at the center of sustainable development.
The PNG Youth Games was officially launched yesterday at the National Sports Institute in Goroka, Eastern Highlands Province, under the theme, Putting Young People at the Center of Sustainable Development. District teams from Hela, Southern Islands, Enga, Western Highlands, Jiwaka, Simbu and host province, Eastern Highlands, participated in the opening ceremony. The event marked the culmination of regional games hosted across the country, including previous events in Alotau, Southern Region, Medang Momase Region, and the New Guinea Islands.
This we only not got adequate or not got enough exposure to showing more talent, sporting talent, and skill only get to rural areas. We plan like creating this plan. We plan creating this platform so that you can come showcasing talent for you, skill for you now. You can look at how we can create some referral pathways from you long, progressive, to improving and then skill you get on. So this is basically people tailoring all LLGs districts so that all they can participate at the regional level.
Dignitaries present included Minister for Environment, Conservation and Climate Change and Member for Lufa, Simon Kilepa, NYA Director and Youth Games Chairman Joe Itaki, Acting PNG Sports Foundation CEO and NSI Director Janet Gimotz, and technical officials from key organizations. The games were made possible through the collaboration of the National Youth Development Authority, PNG Sports Foundation, and the Department of Community Development, with the support from Eastern Highlands Provincial Governor Simon Sia, the Eastern Highlands Province Administration, Goroka District Development Authority, Coffee Industry Corporation, and other stakeholders. The event highlights the importance of youth development in fostering sustainable growth through sports and community engagement. Carol Kidu Jr., TVWAN Sports.
The PNG NRLC has confirmed that 12 existing teams will battle it out for supremacy in the 2025 Digital ExxonMobil Cup competition, which will kick off in April next year. Building on the success of 2024 and following a thorough review of the season, it was decided that the competition remains with 12 teams next season.
In a media release today, Chairman of the PNG NRLC, Mr. Adrian Chow, explained it's always a challenging process when considering expansion. It has been decided that the current 12 teams will battle it out in 2025 for the Digital ExxonMobil Cup. PNG RFL Pathways and Performance Department undertook a rigorous audit of the performance of the current clubs on and off the field, detailed analysis and assessment of the club's application to participate in the 2025 competition and beyond. Building on the success of the 2024 season and a continuous drive to improve the standards of the competition and the sustainability of the clubs, they believe that now is not the right time to expand. Morabe Kantes and Simbu Warriors were at the forefront of getting on board with their strong submissions. However, following the decision, PNG NRLC will now continue to work closely with them to prepare for a successful entry into the competition in the future. The board further explained all submissions addressed the club's governance and administration structure, their financial sustainability, their facilities, their development and pathways programs, and their strategic future planning. Meanwhile, manager of Pathways and Performance, Tony Archer, said it's always a difficult process, but collectively it is so valuable in order to improve the game. He said their focus is to support clubs in becoming strong, sustainable pathways for players, coaches, and support staff. Current participating clubs will be commencing their pre-season in the coming weeks for the April 2025 start. PNG NRLC will announce the full draw prior to Christmas. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
PNG Mosquitoes' resounding victory on Saturday over Nauru to take the inaugural Pacific Cup has rekindled a new vibe and perspective in PNG AFL, especially with majority of the current playing group who came through the AFL PNG Junior Development Pathway Program. PNG were a class above the Pacific rivals Fiji, New Zealand and Nauru, staying undefeated throughout the tournament, culminating in the Grand Final Cup glory. Another piece of sporting history for PNG.
Upon the team's arrival, Mosquitoes captain John James Lovai expressed great excitement and was proud to have led the young team to the first ever Pacific Cup. He said after months of hard work and sacrifice, it all came together with a favorable outcome. He said it was totally a different competition and first of its kind since 2017 International Cup win over New Zealand.
It's totally a different, I would say, a different feeling altogether, especially because it's the first of its kind, the Pacific, the Cup and stuff. Then since 2007, the International Cup due to COVID and stuff, and yeah, so yeah, something special that a memorable one for us to keep there. So thank you.
The Mosquitoes veteran captain was overwhelmingly satisfied with the overall team performance, particularly the confidence and the skill level displayed by the younger members of the squad throughout the tournament.
Trying to adjust with the young ones coming up and stuff, and trying to mix around and get our how we can play and stuff, and yeah, but eventually we managed to do that, and yeah, we came out in a good result, so yeah.
He credited the current AFL PNG pathway system for adding value to their game. He said all they need is more funding to sustain the program.
Well, by the 7 days down in Sunshine Coast, playing alongside with the young ones who came up from the pathway and stuff, and I said, well, it's going good. Like, we just need more funding. That's all. More funding to push the code further on there.
Lovai acknowledged and thanked the special people who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make it happen, especially their sponsors and the media for all the coverage. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
A Perth-based organisation is aiming to help change the lives of young girls through participation in cricket. The program is targeting schools with higher rates of disadvantage to form teams, footing the bill for uniforms, registration fees and transport.
Gilmore College in Kwinana, cricket is already a big hit.
Beautiful, nice cricket.
While the team might be working on their spin, they're already seeing great results.
I find that I'm like a crab, I'm only in my cell, but cricket's helping me come out of my cell pretty much.
The outreach program Team Connect has been spreading the love of cricket to schools in disadvantaged areas since 2018.
Hey!
Young girls are nominated by teachers to participate, training once a week and playing games against other local teams.
We find that in those areas, as we all know, there are a lot of families that don't have access to all of the opportunities in the community that might be available to kids in other communities.
And together and go over.
The program is volunteer-run, relying solely on grants and donations, but organisers want to expand. For the teachers involved, it's also providing a gateway for more trust.
Watch it. Perfect. At the moment, it's just what's happening with cricket or whatever, but I'm hoping that that will then come to be, this is what's happening, can you help me?
Each player receives some new kit, with transport to and from games also included, helping with the barriers for some in accessing team sport. The program uses cricket because it's a uniquely social sport. Everybody bowls, bats and fields, but it's found the time spent waiting on the sidelines is the most valuable.
We all know that kids thrive when they feel like they belong. We see kids' school attendance improve because they've actually developed really good friendships and they've developed a really positive connection, not only to school, but to the local community.
I think it was more the community, obviously also the game, but because I met a lot of the other teams' girls and now we're pretty good friends out of school.
On target for a brighter future.
And that ends the sports segment. We'll now have the weather forecast. Regional forecast. Southern, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Port Moresby, partly cloudy with few possible showers and thunderstorms. Alotau, partly cloudy with possible brief showers. Umase, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms, with areas of rain over East and West Sepik. Lay, cloudy periods with few showers. We were cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Lorengau, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kokopo, Rabaul, partly cloudy with few rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Boka, partly cloudy with few showers. Highlands, scattered showers and thunderstorms with areas of potential heavy rain. Mendi, Tari and Wabe, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Ocean forecast. Coral seas, seas slight to moderate with easterly to southeast winds of 15 to 24 knots. Solomon Sea, seas slight with easterly winds of 5 to 10 knots. Bismarck Sea, sea smooth to slight with southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. Pacific Ocean, sea slight to moderate with easterly winds of 10 to 20 knots. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Islands, to Kerama to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samarai Islands. Seas 1 to 1.5 meters rising to 2 meters along southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands. Waters of Cape Vogel to Huon Gulf to Finchefen. Waters of Medang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands. Sea 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Waters of New Ireland to East New Britain, sea 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Waters of Bougainville, sea 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And that wraps up the news tonight. Pleasant viewing. Bye now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.